Greek. It's May 27th, 2011, the 23rd day of Iyar on the Hebrew calendar. And a big fat Shabbat Shalom to all my fans out there. I don't know how I lived without Shabbat for 27 years. It's a day away from everything. No phones, no show, no emails, nothing. It's a complete day of rest, naps, food, time with family and friends. How anyone is not doing this, I have no idea. It's like Thanksgiving every single week. We're here from Jews News World Headquarters. Our sponsor today is the Hatikva Facebook page and the Russian Jews Facebook page. They post my show every day. They have thousands of members, so I'm going to help them grow like they are helping me grow. And if anyone else wants to help me out, I'll be more than happy to plug anything you want on the show. A little quid pro quo action. I'm here with Ralph. I do not think I'll be using him today, not because he's in timeout, but because it's Erev Shabbat. I like to keep things light. Let's dive into a little Jewish history. Today in 1948, the Arab Legion raised their flag over the Chorva Shul, and then they actually set it on fire and burnt it. If anyone has ever been to the old city, you have to go see the new and rebuilt Chorva Shul. It is an absolute, marvel that this shul still stands. It is the most gorgeous inside you've ever seen, and this incident goes to show that the Muslims have absolutely no care, respect, honor, anything for any of our sites. So any peace treaty with them it's suicide. It's the stupidest thing on earth. Please go check out the Chorva Shul. Our Jewish quote of the day is a phenomenal one. It's from the Kuzari, Rabbi Yehuda Levi. He says that if you want to see what is holy to the Jewish people, look at what the anti-Semites hate, which is, actually reread this quote and think about it. What do anti-Semites hate? They hate Brit Milah now, they're trying to ban it. They hate kosher slaughter, they're trying to ban it. And they hate Israel. These are the three things in modern times, apparently, that are like things that we have to, strengthen. The Torah, there's Torah everywhere now. In other generations, people can learn the Torah. The main thing now is Eretz Israel. If they hate our land, this should be obvious to anybody out there. This sort of ties into our top story today, which is actually a little bit nauseating. But whatever the other side hates is what is important to us, and it's what we need to strengthen as a people. Alright, so a little Torah tidbit before we go to our top story, and this is an amazing one. I've been speaking about the last few days about how the Jews were encamped in divisions. It was 3 tribes per division, and each division had a tribe that was its leader. Like Judah was the leader of one of these. So the interesting thing is that in Jacob's final blessing to his sons, the 4 tribes that ended up being the divisional leaders were actually spoken to in the second person, meaning he addressed them as you, which is an absolutely phenomenal link. And if you want to read more about anything like this, I post a Parsha with a punch on my Jews News page pretty much every day during the week, and you can read these things. The Torah is not a fairy tale. I thought this my whole life until I actually started learning it. The ties, the parallels, the morality is just so amazing. Please learn your heritage. Alright, so today's top story is laughable. Israeli leftists have publicly now signed a letter urging, get this, Europe to help them establish a Palestinian state. So let me backtrack. Beep, beep, beep. Israeli leftists, who are the most evil people on earth, Europeans, who are probably the most second evil people on earth, are now trying to publicly unite to pretty much destroy the state of Israel. These leaders are like these academics, these people in theater, all these quote-unquote, intellectual elites. But I like to call them complete and stupid idiots, just begging one of our enemies to have one of our other enemies set up a state to destroy us. I don't know what else to say about this. I sort of just want to hear your comments about this, that our own people, and they're proud of this, they actually go to sleep at night saying, you know what, I am doing so much for the Jewish people right now that, I'm having a continent that has more Jewish blood than it has, wine flowing from it, to help our current enemy set up a state that will literally mean the end of Israel as we know it. So comment. I don't even really want to talk about this anymore. This is just, I don't want to throw up today. I don't want to go into a big rant. It's Erev Shabbat. I'm in a good, nice and calm mood. So I want to hear what you have to say about this. So if you're watching this on Facebook, click the YouTube tab and please comment. I'll read these on the air. Let's read some of yesterday's comments. They were actually very good. The question was, what in the world did you think about opening the border from Egypt to Gaza? Sorry. Shalom? Hi, Ima. Shabbat Shalom. I love you. I owe you $27. Okay? Can you take it out of my account? For what? When I was 13? That's okay, can you... Mom, it was not for the Barbie Corvette. I never had the Barbie Corvette. It was the Malibu Dream House with accessories. Yeah, Mom, only the lame kids played with the Corvette. Mom, I remember it was the Dream House with the accessories. Okay, just take it out of my account. Okay. Corvette. Only losers played with that. Where was I? Oh, the poll question. Opening the border is an open invitation for arms flow. This is insane. Let's see. Your show is very epic today. Very nervous about the Egypt border Gaza opening. I'm hearing a lot. This is very nervous development. Let's see. One loser wanted to say that the 1967 border initiative is a good one that Israel should grab as an opportunity for peace because Hamas is not a terrorist organization. This guy claims to be Jewish. I'm pretty sure he's a Muslim just posing as a Jew. And opening of the Rafah border will be a highway to hell. The people that are watching the show apparently have brains because 9 out of every 10 comments is very good. So please comment on this. What do you think about the disgusting Israeli left trying to destroy us? And as we say in Boston, a wicked weird story is that apparently Ahmadinejad wants friendly ties with Israel, but he's refrained from reiterating this position because of fierce opposition from the Ayatollah Khomeini. I didn't even really get into this because I was so stunned I couldn't really believe it. But apparently he has someone that his family married that he's very close to that has said for years that he thinks that having ties with Israel, secret ties or whatever ties, is a good idea. This is the same Ahmadinejad that gets on TV every single day and says he wants to send missiles into my backyard. So I thought this was a hilarious story, so I decided to read it on the air. Moving on. Another aid ship came to Israel. We said that we're not letting it in, that we would deliver the aid through a second-party channel, and now the ship has said that they're not delivering the aid, period. Which goes to show that it has nothing to do with aid. In fact, on that last flotilla that came where we only killed 9 people when it should have been every single person aboard, they had expired food, medicine that was completely outdated. I mean, these are the world, clings to this notion that these are aid ships. They just said openly, we refuse to send aid through a second channel because it's against the principle of the team's mission, which is to break the illegal siege of Gaza. They're not going to need to do this anymore. They can send everything through Egypt now because that Rafah border crossing is going to be an open sieve. Mamash, an open sieve. So, I just don't understand why we keep putting up with this nonsense. It's, at one point, you just have to swat the mosquito. At one point, we have to sink one of these boats so we can end this nonsense that we go through every single time these ships come. Alright, in a nauseating story, a former NFL player, Tiki Barber, who everybody used to love, he had the squeaky clean image, he ended up cheating on his wife, his pregnant wife nonetheless, with this younger blonde. And Tiki Barber is black, by the way, so that is a whole other issue right there. It's their version of intermarriage. He is now saying that he's comparing himself to a Holocaust victim Anne Frank. I don't even know what to say about this. How that cute little girl, Anne Frank, who's probably the most beloved Jew of all time, can be mentioned in conjunction with a guy cheating on his pregnant girlfriend with a younger, a hot blonde is beyond me. And this person actually has a career in, he was on news shows and all these things. This guy is a complete disgrace. This is the song I'm going to play for Tiki Barber. his comeback career is going to be like courageous. Oh, Shabbat. Shabbat. Alright, let's have a laugh before we go to our last story. There's another priest sex abuse scandal that hits the church. The Pope's advisor, who was actually like on this forum or council trying to like look into pedophilia and stop pedophilia, was actually just arrested now for drugs and pedophilia. And his exact quote was, "I do not want 16-year-old boys but younger. 14-year-old boys are okay." I don't even know what to say about that, so I'm going to move on to... I just have to laugh. You know the irony in this? I mean, how these Christians actually put up with their own like nonsense and their own cult is beyond me. I mean, not to mention the fact that they have the most ridiculous quote-unquote holy book of all time, but they're just like always dragged through the mud with this embarrassment. And Jews for some reason think that they're like our biggest allies now, which really has always bothered me. Alright, let's play another Jew or no Jew. We all know that Kirk Douglas is Jewish, but is his son Michael Douglas Jewish? And the answer is unfortunately no. Kirk Douglas married a non-Jew and had Michael Douglas, ergo, Michael Douglas is not a Jew, other than by like Reconstructionist standards where he can actually become, you know, the biggest rabbi in their community. Alright, and our final story, which I think is very awesome. A woman is now the first ever major general in the Israeli army. And this woman looks like she could really beat the out of a lot of people watching the show. Her name is Brigadier Orna Barbivay. She's 49 years old. I like to say Yasha Koef to her. Anyone thinking we're an apartheid state or a racist state, that's just completely not true, because we have women in the highest echelons of government, military, we have Muslims serving on the Supreme Court. Israel is a bastion, unfortunately, of freedom and democracy, which oftentimes goes completely against the Torah. Let's end the show with this on a good note. I did not have to use my puke bag today. I would like to wish everybody Shabbat Shalom. Please share this link, and remember, it is not news unless it's Jews news. Shabbat Shalom.